Welcome to PointWise's Tutorial Tuesday, where we show you how to use a feature or demonstrate a technique in just a couple of minutes. Today we're going to be discussing importing point cloud data as a source. And why is that important, you ask? It's the enabling feature in mesh adaptation. So if you can get information from your solver, gradient information from your solver that would give you an indication as to where you might want to increase mesh density, you can export that information from your solver, and then this feature again enables you to import that information into PointWise and adapt a mesh accordingly. So we'll start with the file format. The first thing here is the version number, which is 0.7 or .7, excuse me. And then you have fields XYZ with the spacing. That's the spacing or the size of the edge length in the area that you want to adapt. And then of course decay, which that is basically the influence of that spacing constraint. And then you have size, which is the element size or byte size of the element entries. Type, which is the type of integer, floating point integer here. And then count, which is essentially the number of entries per element. And then points, you can have as many points as you would like, but you would list the number of points here. And then the data file type, and then you'll list the points. Now if we go to PointWise, here on screen I have two blocks. And I've got two blocks because I want to illustrate two different aspects of this. First, we're going to import it on a volume block where there is no additional surface here, just to show you how the volume grid is adapted. And in the second block, you'll see that there's a surface. It can be thought of as a simple representation of an airfoil, but we wanted to show how the mesh on top, or the surface mesh on top of the airfoil, would adapt to these imported sources as well. So I'm going to go to File, Import, Sources. And now that the sources have imported, you could check here to see that they've been successfully imported. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to reinitialize these blocks, and you'll be able to see the adaptation. As you'll see, the mesh densities increased around the location of the point that I placed inside that volume grid. Now we go to the second block, and here we go to grid solve. We want to indicate which surfaces we would like to have to adapt to the source import. We've colored this particular surface right here because that's the surface that will adapt. And now you'll see that the surface mesh has been adapted along with the volume mesh. If you like this video, be sure to click the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. If you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, drop us a line below or connect with us via Twitter, which is linked in the description. Thank you all and have a pleasant Tuesday.